Nothing works when it's supposed to, only when it's not supposed to.
You should record some of this stuff.
I am recording. My name's Andy.
And I'm Lindsay.
And by the end of this video, you're going to know 3 things we wish we would have known before we bought our 10 acres of land. 4 months ago, we bought our own little slice of heaven. 10 acres of land nestled in post oaks and hickory trees deep in South Texas. First we pitched a tent, then we built a tiny home for us and our 2 pups. So what's next? Goats, puppies, and a lifetime of learning. We are excited to grow and share our journey with you. Thank you for watching. Give us a like
And give us a subscribe.
and hit that bell to know when a new video drops. 3 years ago, we were living in a 1,600 square foot house, Lindsay's house, I moved in with her, on the northeast side of town, and decided we wanted to get on some property. I grew up on a ranch. I grew up on exactly 10 acres. And since I moved away from that, I've always wanted to get back on that and start it myself. And Lindsay... I've
just always wanted some land. Who wouldn't want some space to have privacy?
Yeah. And I grew up in a hardware store. I've worked construction in my life, so I have experience growing up on property as well as understanding the fundamentals of construction. So it's a great challenge to me to test my knowledge, which has been pretty exciting.
I have none.
Yeah, it's been a lifelong dream for me that I finally found the perfect person to do it with, but more importantly, a dream that we adopted together, and we worked hard for it for 3 years to get here.
When our beloved Zeus died, that's when we really decided, like, okay, now's the time, because he couldn't walk or anything, so that was the perfect time to move.
All right, now we're going to get to the good part. The 3 things that we wish we would have known before we got out here. Number 1 is tools. Lindsay, why is tools number 1 for you?
I don't know how to use them. And drills are heavy. If you're trying to drill something up, remember when we were building the shower? I was like, ugh, holding it. Now I know how to use a miter saw and a jigsaw and a hand saw and what other saws are there?
Sawzall, hacksaw, tree saw, wood saw.
The same thing.
Growing up in a hardware store, there's lots of tools that I was able to see, and I kind of wanted all those tools. And real quickly, I realized that I didn't really need as many tools as I thought I did, and I was buying tools because I saw someone use them somewhere and thought that I needed it. Could have saved a lot of money, which brings us to our next point. What's point 2?
Costs. Costs a lot of money.
It does cost a lot of money.
You mess up a board, one little 2x4, that's what, it was like $20 for...
We sat down before we even bought land and crunched many numbers, and financially those numbers definitely look good on paper, but my goodness, like she said, once you start buying materials, and because we're learning very importantly and don't know a whole lot, we make mistakes, and some of those mistakes are expensive. Well, positively, it's still overall cheaper. Here's a running price sheet right now of how much we've actually spent to date on the actual Love Shack, and to get to the point to where we are right now, had we purchased a shell, or if we paid somebody else to do it, if we purchased a shell, we'd be close to maybe $15,000-$16,000 spent. We spent just about $6,000. And if we had obviously paid somebody to do that, we'd probably already be in the $30,000 range, if not more. In the long run, it's still cheaper. The biggest expense that you have, well, that's actually our next point. Time.
Takes a lot of time.
Yeah, we're not talking about the seasoning. Time. You have no idea how long everything is going to take. It rains. That's why we're shooting this video and sitting inside today, because it's a misty, rainy day. Families and things that for some reason like to hang out with us and see us. For the many daily projects that you just have to do. They eat up so much time to where you kind of forget about the day-to-day, and you don't expense that in there.
Just the setup, too. every project takes forever, and you can't do it every day. I mean, I go to a job still in San Antonio 3 days a week, and you have all your stuff you're doing. Can't. If we did this 7 days a week, we could be done.
We would have been done already.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Time, money.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be worth it.
Oh yeah. It already
It
is.
already is. But...
We're living in a paper house right now, but I would never ever trade this for the lifestyle that we have. Thanks for watching, guys. We really hope this video encourages you to do your homework. More importantly, we really hope this video shows you that, yeah, it's going to be a struggle. Yeah, it's going to be harder than you think. Yeah, it's going to be the most fruitful thing you can ever do with your life, period. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of collaboration with someone that you care about, someone you love, a lot of teamwork to make the dream work. But in the end, it's worth it. We highly encourage anyone and everyone to do whatever it is you want to do. Why not?